You wake up in the morning, look over at the clock, and realize you're running late for school. You get ready super fast and don't have time to pack a lunch. You decide that Chick-fil-A and the MC will have to do. Again. It's 11 p.m. and your roommate is craving a Wendy's Frosty and fries. That sounds pretty good to you. Why not tag along? Between running your kids to school, sports practice, and music lessons, you realize you haven't eaten anything since 7 a.m. It's now 5 p.m. There's a McDonald's down the street, and those dollar menu deals won't burn a hole in your budget. How many of these scenarios sound vaguely familiar to you? If they do, don't worry, you're not alone. Fast food restaurants in America serve about 50 million customers per day. The fast food industry has become such a huge part of the American culture. I want to talk about 3 ways that fast food has an impact on the good old USA. First, in health, second, the economy, and third, the family. Despite the fact that it tastes pretty good, most Americans do not believe that fast food is at all healthy. In fact, according to a 2016 study, about 76% of people in the US agree that fast food is not good for you. I think it's safe to say that 76% may be onto something. It's been shown that the more fast food restaurants that a country has, the more likely its citizens are to be obese. The US, for example, has about 8 Subway restaurants per 100,000 people, and the obesity rates are 31% for males and 23% for females. In Japan, where Subway restaurants are far less common, the obesity rates are 2.9% for males and 6.4% for females. So what exactly makes fast food so bad for your health? According to a 2015 fast food statistic, on average, a typical fast food meal consisting of burger, fries, and soda contains about 47 grams of fat. That's nearly 2/3 the recommended daily intake for someone who's on a 2,000-calorie diet. That's a lot of fat. Perhaps this is why research shows that the risk of dying from heart disease increased by 20% for people who eat fast food once a week, and by nearly 80% for those who eat it 4 times a week or more. There are many factors that go into economic problems, but one's health is actually a big one. The more one spends on food and eating out, the less money they have to pay for general everyday needs. The average American spends an estimated $1,200 on fast food each year. That breaks down to be about $100 a month and roughly $12.50 spent per meal. According to the USDA, overweight or obese people are more likely than those who are normal weight to have medical problems such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, stroke, diabetes, as well as heart disease. The total annual cost of obesity was an estimated $117 billion in the year 2000. Despite this, fast food does have a positive influence on the economy as well. There are more than 3.7 million people who are employed by the fast food industry nationwide. Roughly 12% of all American workers have worked at McDonald's at one point in their lives. With all the money that Americans spend on fast food, it gets recycled back into the economy by paying their workers and paying companies for things like advertising, waste disposal, as well as paying for thousands of the American farmers who provide all the resources they need to run their enormous food franchises. McDonald's alone is the nation's largest purchaser of beef, pork, as well as potatoes, and the second largest purchaser of chicken. Fast food obviously has a significant impact on health and the economy, but what about its impact on the family? Even though families sometimes do go out for fast food together, it provides a much different environment than the home. Sitting around the kitchen table allows for time for family bonding and talking, which are 2 important aspects of every relationship. Kids that are deprived of this may miss out on a vital part of being in a family unit. A recent study conducted by a behavioral research lab said that teens that have at least 5 family meals a week have shown to have better grades. It's also found that teens having family dinners were 42% less likely to drink alcohol, 59% less likely to smoke cigarettes, as well as 66% less likely to try marijuana. Now that's pretty impressive, but think about this. 2017 fast food statistics find that 44% of people report eating out at least once a week, with 20% of those meals being eaten in a car. These statistics show that fast food may be cutting into some pretty important family time. Fast food does play a huge role in American culture. It has good, bad, and even ugly effects on health, the economy, and the family. You wake up in the morning, look over at the clock, and realize you're running late for school. You get ready super fast, but you don't have time to pack the lunch. What will you do? Thank you.